Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Peace Jones. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. So tonight I thought that I would bring you guys a short little video. The topic is going to be mentoring, right? So I think it's really important to have a mentor or more than one mentor in your life. I also think that it's really important to be a mentor to others, right? So I'm going to give you guys a little rundown on why I think mentoring is important and very beneficial. And then I'm going to share my experience with being a mentee as well as being a mentor. So to start, I'll say I think that mentoring is very important because no matter how far you go in life, no matter how successful you become, no matter how many goals you check off, or whatever, you can always learn from someone. And I think that a lot of us forget that. We get to these high status places in our life, or, we are successful at creating this family or getting married or, accomplishing business ownership or 2 degrees or a law degree or whatever it is. And we're like, okay, good. Like, I got this. No. One, yes, you do have it. Congratulations to you. But it's always good to have someone that you can confide in, that you can seek advice from, that you can seek knowledge from, that you can gain wisdom from, expertise, whatever it may be, who's A, already been there and done that, and B, may currently be in a position where they can actually help you to advance. And if not that, they can definitely give you some insight and advice on different things that you can do to become a better you, or to promote your business better, or to solidify your investments, or whatever it may be, right? So I think that you can choose any area of life where you would like to have a mentor, right? So say you're looking for like spiritual growth and guidance. Look for a mentor that is very knowledgeable in that area, right? Look for someone who's maybe been through some things and you can see that they've grown in their spiritual journey and they can help you to do the same, right? Or maybe you're a business owner and you really are trying to get off your feet. You're trying to figure out some different ways to enhance your business, to enhance your promotion skills, to bring in customers, or even to just help your business grow. Look for someone who has a great business and they've maybe been in business for a few years or a few decades and they're very successful. Look for someone who has overcome some obstacles. Maybe their business was in jeopardy at one point and they almost went under, and they found ways to make sure they stabilized their business and were able to continue to uphold a solid business, right? Career. Let's say maybe you are on a career path and you know what you want to do, but you can really benefit from someone who's already in this field, and maybe they have a really good position. Maybe they can help you to A, get a really good position that you're looking into, or B, give you some insight and help you to get to where you want to go, right? Or maybe let's say you don't know what you want to do career-wise, and here's a person that's just really successful. So you're like, hey, I really want to network. I really want to talk to you. Can we set aside some time so then maybe you can help me to get on track? I've had a lot of people reach out to me that are like recent graduates or have been out of school for a while and still haven't figured it out, or haven't even gone to college at all, and they're just trying to figure out their career path. And I always give them some insight on like what they can do next, and even options are always really good, because I notice a lot of times people impose their beliefs or what they've done onto other people. So let's say like me, I've gone to college, right? So I'm not going to necessarily push that on someone else who maybe doesn't want to go to school. I'm going to give you options as to other methods of becoming successful or solidifying your career, different things that you can do if you don't necessarily want to further your education and go get a 4-year degree or whatever, right? Some people don't do that, and so you definitely want to make sure that you are working with someone who's a little bit more open-minded and they can cater to your needs and what you see for your future, right? Because a lot of times, as I said, we like to think that we know it all, right? We like to think that we have all this wisdom and we can just plan our lives out so perfectly. We got all the answers, but we don't. Right? And one thing I really learned in life, a lot of older people have a lot of wisdom and they've been through a lot. When I say older, I don't mean to offend anyone, right? Older than me, I guess you can say, right? So obviously someone who's like 50, right, they've had a career or they're currently in their career. They've experienced some things that I may be experiencing now that I don't know how to get myself through, but they've been there, they've done that, they've gotten themselves through, and now they can give me some tips. Or obviously someone who's 70 years old, they've most likely purchased at least one home within their life. I can talk to them about that if I plan on purchasing a home. They can tell me how they purchased their home, how much it cost, when they sold it, the second home they bought, their waterfront property, their investment property. I mean, the list goes on, right? So talking to people that are a little bit older than you is always a great idea. We don't know everything. And even talking to someone who isn't significantly older than you, I'm 26, I'll talk to someone who's 30 just because, like I said, they've been through some things that I haven't, and they can give me some sound advice on how to move forward, right? So I know with me, I do make really good decisions for myself, I believe. I think through things really, really hard, and I consider all the possibilities before I make decisions. But sometimes I realize that the ideas I've had or like decisions that I planned on going through with weren't the best decisions, right? And so I always run them through. I have 2 mentors. I always run them through at least one of my mentors because I know a lot of times I don't want to hear what she says just because I know that she's right. But like when I say 95% of the time that I've come up with this grand idea in my mind and then run it past her, it's like, yeah, you might want to rethink that. You might want to reconsider this. So yeah, I'm always really happy at the end of the day that I have her to run things across and kind of get that second opinion and that sound advice, and not dig myself into some deep hole that I really can't pull myself back out of, or make some really bad financial decision or life decision that's just really gonna cost me or hurt me in the long run, right? Next tip. So, having a mentor, 2 things that I say you really need to consider. 1, there needs to be some sense of compatibility, right? I'm not saying that you guys have to be like bestest friends, like perfect soulmates, right? But you guys have to be compatible enough that you can get along, meet up, have some pretty decent conversations, share ideas, like each other and get along with one another enough that there's no awkwardness or tension or like feuds or attitude problems, whatever. That's really important because you don't want to have a mentor and it's just like super awkward to the point you don't even really feel comfortable opening up to them, or there's like some conflict with personalities or attitudes to where you do open up to them and then they get kind of feisty and that makes you get kind of feisty and then it's just really uncomfortable. So you want to look out for that. Also, you want to make sure that this person has your best interests, right? So like I said, I have 2 mentors. One of them I've known forever, and so I'm positive that she has my best interest. She knows a lot about me, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and I'm pretty sure that she doesn't have any ill intentions for me. The other one I just connected with this year, but he's pretty much shown me that he is like a true, genuine individual as well, and he has my best interest in mind also. You don't want to connect with someone who, I know this sounds crazy, but has underlying hate, underlying envy, underlying jealousy, some type of competition, animosity, whatever it may be. Now, I'll give you a perfect example of that. So, for me, I have come across some African American females a little bit older than me where I've done like shadowing, or I've done networking things, and I've kind of had to be under their wing. I've noticed in environments like that, they're not giving me genuine feedback. They're not giving me all the information that they can. They're not really receptive or open. They're not warm and like welcoming. And so I realize, and I pick up on that, and I realize, okay, maybe this person isn't someone that I want to connect with again, because I need to be connecting with someone who's like, hey, I see you have these credentials. I see you're really motivated, talented, and willing and ready to get the ball rolling. Here's what I can do for you. Here's what you can do for yourself. Here are things that are available to you. Here's some of the different opportunities you can take advantage of. And there we go. You know what I mean? I don't need someone that's like, oh, well, she might take my job, or she's really qualified. Maybe I shouldn't tell her this because my niece wants this job too. Or, wow, she seems really bright and nice and jolly. She'll be a really good addition to this office, and I don't want that. You know, like just really crazy things. You guys would be surprised, right? And it can go the other way, right? It can be a male also that's intimidated by a female, a successful, intelligent female, and they don't want her around. They don't want to be helpful, whatever it may be, right? So you want to watch out for that too. You don't want to just be out here connecting with anyone just because they have this high, powerful job or this high status, and you're like, oh yeah, I want that. No, you want to connect with people that you can tell they're genuine, they really want to help you, and yeah, go from there. So for me, I'll give you guys a little rundown on my two mentors. My one mentor was my 7th grade English teacher, and we kept in contact all of this time. And so she's really helped me through a lot of different like personal things, education, career, whatever it may be. I talk to her about a lot of things, and like I said, I know that she has my best interest. She always looks out for me whenever I'm like lost or confused, or I'm about to make a bad decision, or whatever it may be. She always steers me back in the right direction, and she always makes sure that I'm living to my full potential. One thing that can happen in our 20s is that we can kind of lose sight of us, right? And so I know at one point, for whatever reason, I kind of lost sight of like my full potential. And she was right there to be like, look, you need to get it together. You need to do this. You need to focus on this. You need to write this down and like figure this out because you're tripping, right? And I really appreciated that, because she could have just as easily said, whatever, you're having these issues, let your life fall by the wayside. You know what I mean? So I'm really appreciative of her. And my other mentor, like I said, I just met him this year. He's more of like a career focused mentor, and he's really good as well. He's super busy, but he always finds time to meet with me. He always asks me if I have any questions, which is a really good thing. A lot of times mentors, especially people that are really busy, they tend to just, here's some information, here's what I can do for you, here's what's upcoming, and they don't really ask, hey, how are you feeling? What's going on with you? How can I help you? What are you really interested in? Is there anyone else I can get you connected with to help you out? He does all of that, and that was something that was kind of new to me, and I really appreciate that, because that shows that he's not trying to like push all of his ideas or what he does onto me. He genuinely wants to know what I want to do with my future, and he's helping me to get there. So I really appreciate that. He's been really good, and I definitely want to stick with him. And so, yeah, those are my two mentors. They're both really great. I'm appreciative of both of them. And they're really helping me to become a better me, to navigate through life, and answering any questions that I have, helping me to make a lot of my really important decisions for myself. And they're really necessary in my life, and I'm really appreciative of them. So, on to the mentee portion. So, I have also been a mentor. I have done like group workshops. I've done all girls things. I might have done some all guys things. I've helped with like sports mentoring, boys and girls club, lots of different things, right? Underprivileged youth, stuff like that. And so I really enjoy the group workshops because you get to hit multiple individuals at once, multiple kids at once. And you get to see their different personalities. You get to hear what they want to do. So it's kind of like an all-in-one thing where you don't have to just focus on one kid. You get to help multiple kids at once. So that's really a nice feeling. Also, I have done some one-on-one mentoring, and I really do like that because I like being able to focus in on one person, focus in on their needs, and really help them to get to a particular place. That is very rewarding when you start with one person and you kind of see their progression and all the different changes that they've made in their life to really become a better them. That's a beautiful thing. So I've done that also. Right now, I do currently have a mentee that I'm still in contact with, and me and her have a really good relationship, and she confides in me about a lot of things. A lot of the things that she's told me are actually like similar to a lot of things that I've been through myself, so that's pretty cool. I can kind of help her navigate through a lot of things that I've already been through, kind of like having a little sister, because I did always want a sister. So yeah, it's really a great feeling. And also at the end of the day, knowing that you're helping someone else is a great feeling as well. So many people need guidance, so many people need love, so many people need that role model and just that push, you know, just that example of someone doing what you desire to do and letting you see that it is possible, you know. And in 2019, with so much going on in this world and so many lost youth, hurt youth, underprivileged youth, much more, there's a real need for mentors. So if you feel like you have something to offer, if you feel like you are an outstanding individual, you are a great role model, and you would like to mentor, I suggest that you reach out to any like nonprofit organization, even schools. You do have to go through a process of like getting approved when you do it like that, but there's plenty of organizations, group homes. I mean, there's endless things that you can do and places that you can reach out to become a mentor. So I definitely encourage anyone who is willing and capable of doing that to go ahead and do it. And then as well, you know, become a mentee. Find yourself a good mentor. So yeah, that's the end of my mentor-mentee conversation with you guys. And I will see you next time. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And please, please, please share my videos because my channel is focused on evolution, growth, and healing. And the only way we can do that is together. And we can only be together if you guys share my videos with other people, right? So thank you very much. I'll see you guys next time.